What is up, guys? Welcome back to DeeterPlays. I'm going to show you how to get this Telekom 5G jet helmet here in Roblox. Now, this one's going to take a little bit of time. So the game here that we're going to go to is Beatland. So I'm sure you guys are very familiar with this. We've gone in here in the past. We've gotten lots of free stuff. And we're assuming that you guys went and got those jet packs and went through the whole obby thing. But if you haven't, you're gonna have to go through it again. Either way, there's just one step that you're not gonna have to do. So you can see over there, it says the scavenger hunt on the left side. There's 0 out of 25. Now, there's one of these helmets that actually counts as 2 helmets, just to let you guys know. We'll see when we get number 18, 19, and 20, basically. So if we're at the top of this obby, we're gonna have to go to this button and reset it, because it's basically got our checkpoints. So the parts where I'm not picking up the helmets, I'm sort of gonna speed through this, because most of you have gone through this obby and it's pretty straightforward. You just kind of go forward in the obby. The first one doesn't show up for a little while, but I believe there's a total of 16 or 17 of them here in just the obby part. So most of them are here in the obby. So we're just going to kind of keep going forward. Now, this first one that we get, we kind of have to turn backwards at that spot. You can see there's some platforms there that start disappearing. So we want to make sure that they appear before we go on the platforms, or we're going to fall down. But there's checkpoints, so it's really no big deal. So speeding forward here again. So basically the first time I went through and I went all those places by accident, well, now there's actually a reason to go those directions that I took last time. So there's the second one right there. And then these next two, we're just going to kind of keep it in slow mode because we get them pretty close together. So yeah, this number 3 right here, just make sure you don't touch the red stuff there at the bottom, or you're going to go oof, and you're going to have to go back. Now, if you go back to the most recent checkpoint, it's really no big deal. It's just going to take a little bit more time to get this whole thing done. So that is the third one that we're going to get. The fourth one over here. Now we're going to go this other direction that we went on that little conveyor belt, and we're going to go up here, and I just figured we'd get this one last because this is actually the direction that we're intending to go in. So we're going to speed it up here just a little bit more until we get to the next one. Just keep following me, and where I go on this obby, avoid those red things. Now you can see right here, you have to drop down, and then you're going to see helmet number 5 right there. So now we're going to go up from here, and then you can see helmet number 6 is actually pretty close by. You're just going to come up this little thing, and then you're going to see helmet number 6 right here. So make sure that you guys have gotten all these helmets that we've picked up so far. We're going to speed it up here again to the next helmet. We're just moving forward through the obby like we normally went through it. Now this next one right here, there's some lasers that you're going to have to avoid, like right inside of this thing. So be careful for those lasers and just watch out. You might have to go through a couple times before you actually get it. And this thing right here, also that's a laser. So avoid that red thing that is on the record player. So now we're moving on to the next one. That's number 7. So this one right here, you want to go off to this little string here on the left side. If you go too fast, it's kind of easy to run straight off of it. So just kind of take it slow, go to the end of it, and then you can see right there, we've got ourselves that helmet. Okay, so at this point, we've got 8 of those helmets. We're going to speed forward a little bit. We're just going to keep heading up these strings, and then we come up here, you can see there's another one really easy to find right there on the top of that pipe. Now we've got 9 of them total. So now these little walls that come out, they're pretty easy. Just go straight through them. Try not to get pushed off. It's really hard to get pushed off. You just got to wait for, and then just kind of keep walking forward. If it feels like it's pushing you off, it's pretty slow, so just get out of the way. But the second group of these, they make stairs, and you have to climb up these stairs and then collect this helmet over here. Now, if you die again, you can just kind of go past the stairs and climb up that thing, and you'll get on the other side of this. But you can see there's a helmet over here, either on the left or the right side, basically depend on which side that you end up coming up to this platform. But you just want to avoid all those things that are turning red, because those ones will kill you. And then you can see, just stay on those ones that are not flashing, and then you'll be in good shape. And we just want to get to the end here that has these platforms. So it may be the side that you came up originally, and it may be the other side. Just go to the side that has these platforms that are going up and down. Now avoid these red things, and then again we've got this thing that makes stairs, but these ones aren't moving, so they're not as hard, but the platforms are kind of small, so just make sure you hit the platforms, right? And then we're gonna get number 12 up there. So from here you can actually just kind of drop off and just go back to, you can actually just die and go to your last checkpoint and just keep going up in the obby. This one right here is a little bit tricky. You have to, I would say, zoom in your camera a little bit so that you can kind of jump onto these pipes. And then on the third pipe over here at the end, you can see we've got helmet number 13. So that one might take a few attempts to do, but if you drop, at least you've got some checkpoints, so it's no big deal. Now this one right here, we're gonna keep speeding forward. Again, this is a platform that the first time I went through the obby, I went on it, and there was no point in doing that, but now there is a point in doing that. So we've got helmet number 14 right there. So we're getting pretty close to the end of this obby. I know you guys have gone through this obby probably 1 or 2 times already, but yeah, now we got to go through it again. So we're going to walk over these music notes. Again, we're speeding it up here so you guys don't have to spend a bunch of time watching me go through the obby when you guys know how to get through this. Now this part, make sure you take these platforms up the top over those red things so that you can get that helmet right there. Now we've got 15 helmets, and helmet number 16 is right here. We're going to jump over that red spot. Don't touch the red walls, just touch the helmet. So you've got number 16 right there. So now we're just going to, again, avoid all of these, and we're going to just make our way to the top. There's no helmets in this room with the things kind of shifting left and right. So just go straight forward to the end and get to the ladder, which will take you up here to the end. Now this one over here off the platform, there's one of them. You have to get on your jet. The jet is kind of a pain. Now on a PC, to make the jet fuel go forward, you basically press the space bar. But if you press W, you roll forward. If you press S, you roll backwards. And basically whichever direction your head is pointing, that's where you're gonna go. So there's the helmet right there that we got on the end, and you see that little warp right there. You wanna go into that, and then that's gonna take you back to the main area where we basically started out. So now we have our jetpack, and there's a few of these that we wanna get right here. So this one right here, right where you spawn, above those little floaty eyes, you can see that there's one right there. And then this next one right here is the one that I talked about earlier that counts as 2 when you get it. It's a little confusing. You're gonna see, I'm gonna pick up 1 helmet, and you can see on the scavenger hunt thing on the left side, it says 18. It's gonna go to 20 after I collect this one. So technically we only have to collect 24 of these helmets. I mean, 25. It's too much. So this one right here, yeah, we're gonna collect this one. I'm not sure if it's maybe just 2 of them stacked on top of each other. Yeah, you gotta kind of roll forward and then press the space bar so you go. Again, guys, the jetpack controls are very, very tricky. So you can see there, it says we've got 20 because that one just counted as 2 for some reason. So the next one we're gonna do, we're just gonna go up from where we are in the alleyway, and then we're gonna see the little middle area, and we're gonna head towards the middle area in that direction. If we can press the A button to turn around, and then W, so I'm leaning forward. Okay, so once you get the hang of it, it's not as bad, but at first, just controlling the jetpack is pretty tricky. So completely on the other side of the map here, you can see this is, there's a building over there, and in the building, you can see there's a big open hole right there, a big circle, and inside of there is where you're going to end up finding the next helmet right here. So there's a little park bench. Feel free to take a minute to enjoy that park bench and sit there. And we're gonna get back to the jetpack, and then as soon as we get out of here, we're gonna turn right and look over to the right side, and then we're gonna head in that direction, and there's gonna be like another little alleyway basically down here that we're gonna see one of the helmets. You can see it right there down below me. So again, gonna try to control myself with this rocket pack. That's very difficult to control. Yeah, the controls on the rocket pack are really weird, guys. I'm not sure how it works on mobile, or even if this game works well on mobile, but hopefully it's a little bit more intuitive to control this rocket pack, because on the PC it's a little bit tricky. Again, W makes you roll forward, A makes you kind of turn left, S makes you roll backwards, and then D makes you turn right. So now we're going to go into the middle of this whole map here, and there's 3 more we got to collect. One of them is going to be here in this nightclub, and back where the nightclub DJ is where we're going to find this next helmet. So we're going to come back here over to the DJ booth behind all these speakers, and then you can see it looks like behind our DJ we've got one of the helmets. So that is the next one. We've only got 2 more that we have to get here, guys. We are almost done, and I'm pretty sure, like, once you went through the obby, at this point, these ones that are on the ground level, they're super easy to get. You don't even have to use the jetpack. You don't have to do any obby stuff, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So the second to last one here that we're gonna get over in the cinema, or the movie theater, or whatever you guys want to call it. It's not in the bathroom area. So we're gonna come over here and head up these stairs, and then you guys remember that really big thing of popcorn inside of the theater? So you can see one of the helmets is right there. Sometimes we can jump from here on these little chairs to get up there, but the easier way to get up there is just go up this next flight of stairs, go off this little platform, and then boom, right there, you guys have that helmet. So we've got 24 out of 25 of the helmets. There's only one more that we need. So we're gonna go back out of this building over here. We're going to either head out this way or we can head out the front, whatever. Either way, just make sure you head towards that T-Mobile store. You guys can see the T-Mobile symbol right there. And in that is the shop. And in the back of the shop, you're gonna see that we're gonna find our 25th and final helmet so that we can get this item and the badge. So we head back here, and in the back of the shop, there we go. It's the last helmet. We're gonna collect it right here. Then you can see on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, we've got the badge and we've got the item in our inventory. If you guys are new here, I would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.